Good morning, family. Coming at you. Today, we're talking about three different individuals where you have a highly favorite person, a person that has certain things that you just can't understand. You don't even know why they got it. You don't even know how they got the job, or you know their background, and you can't even understand their presence because you know what was behind them. That's because the grace of God is all over them. God has picked them to do a certain job, and that's what their job will be because they have a boss, and their boss is God. They can't go about how they feel about who they don't want to forgive or where they don't want to serve. They got to do and tackle whatever God puts in front of them. So if you want to be a favorite person by God and you want to be a leader, understand that first you must be a servant. But also you're going to have to do a lot of things that you don't want to do. You can't have an attitude on your heart and on your mind all the time about what I'm going to take, what I'm going to take, and not what I'm going to give. You got to also think about what you're going to give. Highly favored people have to forgive. Highly favored people have to persevere no matter what. They can't make any excuses. The second individual is the blessed person. People get blessed because they know how to walk through doors of favorite situations. Certain individuals in life can favor a situation where they can open up doors for other people to walk through. Like you may say a person can open up a shelter. Just because the person who lives in the shelter doesn't mean that they won't become blessed, but because they go through that process, one day they may end up owning their own house. But also that blessed person can turn around and become a favorite person because they learn how to go through the process of what God put in front of them. They didn't say, oh, I'm making excuses or play the blame game. They tackle what's in front of them by any means necessary. So you got the favorite person, the person that has highly favor, you see gets the grace of God, and you know they should be dead and in jail like everybody else, and you can't understand how they even making it. Stop paying attention to them and start paying attention to what God is doing through them. Also, the blessed individual who is willing to surrender and willing to serve and go through the door of the favorite person so they can get the blessings of that. But also the third person we're talking about is the person who just don't even want to walk through the door at all. That just sits in the neighborhood on the block or with their family and friends, gets always blaming individuals about, this is why this person's did this to me. This is why I ain't doing that. If I had this, I'd do that. Man, you got to understand, man, that you can't be standing on the sideline being a hater if you want to be blessed. You got to understand, if you want to be blessed, you got to be able to follow a favorite person. A favorite person can be any leader in your life. A favorite person can just be the person that believes in you. Don't hate on yourself by hating the people that believe in you. It's so easy to go the wrong way because so many people say, oh, you can do this and you can do this and you can do that. But there's always one individual who say that I know you can do better. Don't get mad at them and say, well, who do they think they are? Be grateful that you have a person in your life who believes in you. So be careful from burning bridges from people who believe in you or believe in one another. I just wanted to drop this word on you, man, to make sure that you get connected to a favorite situation. It just don't have to be a person. It can be a favorite situation where you can go and you can get blessed. Sometimes church and the masjid can have a favorite situation where you can go in there, you can hear a sermon, and that one sermon or that one imam can give you something so profound because they have the favor of God, and now you get to go out and be blessed. But guess what? Years later, you get to be the person that becomes favored and start to give out blessings. Listen, man, if you do anything today, make sure you are sowing good seeds so you can go to the next level. Exist above all that hate and that noise out there, man. Do what you got to do because God loves you. And if anybody been looking down on you and coming at you in any type of ways or backstabbing you or gossiping about you, man, fall in love with it. Because every time you get more hate, it's another blessing coming from God. Holla back. You highly favored. Don't forget that.